last weekend, the world of boxing had an interesting fight with Derek Chisora taking on Wilder in what was Chisora's swan song, if you will, and for Deontay Wilder, a chance to get back in that limelight and work his way back into some intriguing fights. And I think we accomplished that, but we got there in a very strange way. Let's talk about it. So, yeah, that happened on Saturday at the O2 Arena as Deontay Wilder took on Derek Chisora in what was billed going in as Chisora's retirement bout. And he gets the big entrance and oh my gosh and everything like that. This is one of the weirder fights I've seen at a high level in a really long time. And I do still think it was at a high level, high-ish level. They were talking, and this is kind of the state of boxing, right? And heavyweight has kind of perpetually been in this area, although it's getting better over the last little bit, and Wilder is part of that. But they were kind of talking like, hey, a win here, maybe if it's really impressive, maybe one of these guys gets them in the top 10. It's like, that's not what this fight should be about. It's a couple of dudes who we've appreciated watching throughout their careers getting to go at it again. And one of them will win probably, and one of them will lose probably, and that will be that. This doesn't need to be, oh, and well, this will put him a fight away from a title shot. I hope to hell it doesn't. But it was two good heavyweights who were better at one point, but are still solid now, getting to fight and getting a bunch of money for it, and we all enjoyed it. But this was still weird as hell. First of all, the officiating was strange, right? And boxing, I don't think, is ever going to get away from the reputation that the first sign of anything being a little off, there's going to be shady business going on. But felt like maybe some shady business was going on when Chisora could charge in, do whatever, and then the second they would tie up or Wilder starts landing, it's back of the head, which, yeah, you don't want to be hitting people in the back of the head. That is illegal, but it felt like the line that Chisora could cross felt a little bit further away than the line that Wilder could get to. And then you have the weird thing on the ropes, the first or second round, where they're getting tied up. It looks like they could both go over in like a Batista John Cena Royal Rumble 2005 moment. And the dude from the corner just comes charging in because the referee's trying to split them. And dude from the corner just comes running in. Now, thankfully, they all kind of broke before this guy could really do anything. But the referee just like, hey, get out of here. So, are you kidding me? Like, how is he still... He came in the ring when the fight's happening. How is he still able to do it? So it was just... The whole thing had an air of, what the fuck are we watching going along with it? And then you have two guys just throwing bombs with gas tanks of heavyweight fighters in their 40s. And then the fight goes the distance. So this was just a wild, weird, crazy, odd fight to watch. Just everything else going along with it just made it a very, very strange night of fights. And like in terms of the fight breakdown, I'm not going to do a bunch on Chisora because he's not fighting anymore. But he brought that classic style, right? Like he just ducks his head in and charges in and he'll land some big shots. He'll eat some big shots. And in his mind, hopefully he does more of the landing than the eating. And one of those is going to make the other guy go night-night. That was not the case here, although he landed some hellish shots. But like scoring-wise, I had it for Wilder. And you could see kind of as it went on, Wilder, the more technical style, which you're not going to say about that dude a whole lot, but the more technical style was able to start winning him some rounds. But it did feel a little bit frustrating. And again, like this is a heavyweight champion boxer, and Derek Wilder he couldn't even wrap his head around the amount of ways he could kill me with his bare hands. But it felt like watching it that he should have been able to fight a better fight than he did. Because Chisora wasn't mixing up the game plan at all. Plan B, never heard of her. He is coming in, he's ducking his head, he's swinging overhand rights, and he's landing it. A steady jab. Not that I think you're going to keep Chisora off. Like, I don't think you could have jabbed it and you'd be like, oh, well, now I don't know what to do. But you could have been scoring with that a little bit more. And then he started doing this thing later in the rounds where he would just kind of paw his jab out a little bit. And he would kind of just rest it on Chisora's head, which, like, is weird. But I thought he was timing it up because Chisora would do that and then duck in and go like this. And if it's me, or like what I thought he was doing, is he's got his hand on his head, and the second you feel that move, that uppercut comes in. Because he's ducking every time. It was not an unpredictable game plan. And Wilder still gets the win. He still looks impressive. Almost had the Ric Flair moment where he did the "I'm sorry, I love you," and then missed just absolutely punching his left ear through his right ear. But he still fought a good fight. He still landed very effectively, and he still ended up getting the win out of it. It just felt like it could have been a bit more dominant with a couple little tweaks from him. But it is, on the other hand, this feels like the perfect opponent for the awkward style that he has, because he has gigantic power, right? Like that has always been the case with Deontay Wilder. And the technical side, yeah. It hasn't always been there for him, but he generates more power from the little, like, I want to say T-Rex arm. That's not what it is, but it kind of, if you watch him fight, you know exactly the type of punch I'm talking about, right? Like just the little inside ones that are just like more annoying than anything. With him, they're, again, maybe not the best reference for right now, but they're nukes, right? Like, there's so much power that he can generate from that. And you have a dude who comes charging in, like it fit that style of it perfectly. So again, I hope I'm conveying how bat crap crazy this whole fight was, because it was. And then I thought it was weird post-fight. They're interviewing him in the cage. Chisora, sorry. He has lost. He has spent 36 minutes in a fist fight where he got punched in the head more than he punched. And he's also exhausted. So let's give him a lengthy interview. That seems to make sense. And I get it was his moment and all of those things, but holy hell, the interview. And he's just going on. He's got this belt celebrating 50 fights, sorry. And he's mentioning Five Guys. There's no Five Guys on the belt, but maybe there was a belt manufacturer I'm not aware of. But they start, the guy in the cage is asking him, like, is Derek Chisora, is this your final fight? And he's like, okay, let me ask the decision maker. And they pan over to his wife. And his wife gives a look like, if you do this again, I'll be the one punching you. And yeah, no, this was it. He's like, yeah, no, I'm done. That's it. I'm whatever. And then a little bit later on, he was like, yeah, I'm just going to go home and just enjoy this ride. And the announcer, the only human on the planet who would take it this way, is like, when you say enjoy the ride, do you mean enjoy the ride to one more fight? It's like, no. Obviously not. This whole thing's been built on him. This is his last thing. We sang Hotel California an hour ago, and we got really emotional about it because we thought that was it. Where is this coming from? Like, it was really weird that it felt like the broadcast was kind of egging him on for, hey, one more fight. Well, I know you couldn't beat the 15th ranked heavyweight in the world, but there's a dude from Canada with a mullet who's got kind of an even record if you want to fight that guy. Like, it felt very strange, and it just felt like no matter what he said, they were going to construe it in a way that was, so you want to return. It's like, no, that I want to spend time with my kids, man. Like, that's the run that I'm looking to enjoy now, is to be able to spend time with them. So it was a weird main event on DAZN on Saturday afternoon. What did you guys think? Am I overblowing some of the stuff that we saw on Saturday? Let me know in the comments, because I thought it was really weird, everything that went down with that fight card. Hey, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, check out the podcast. Just search Couch Potato Diary in podcast form on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.